Yo, what's up, man? We finna try this one more again. You know what I mean? One more again. All right, look. We looking good. You feel me? All right, I think we doing good now. We ain't got no dropouts. Watching people play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? We in there. Random late night stream. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all gonna enjoy this. It is what it is. Let me delete this old video. Delete. And then I'm going to delete this from Facebook. maybe somebody, join in on us. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what it mean, see what it do. Interesting. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna talk about Kiive audio plugins today. I'm real interested in how they work and how it's a pretty new company. The owner actually hooked me up with a couple copies. I want to apologize maybe it's not in advance anymore because I'm already late. But I was supposed to do this video a long time ago. But I really dig the plugins. I want to showcase a mix that I did a while back, and we gonna do it. We gonna chop it up. We gonna figure it out. And I really want to show y'all just how pretty dope these are. You know what I'm saying? Kiive Audio, spelled Kiive audio, and you know what I'm saying? I think this is gonna be dope. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here's a session. The song is called Escape by my boy Vince B and Eno. So this is a mix that I did a while back. It's already got tons of processing going on. The thing I want to highlight here, I want to see how I can improve the audio by using Kiive Audio plugin. So there's 3 plugins. You got the Filk channel strip. You got the Warmy EQ, which is a EQP type. And you have a tape machine, which is called the tape face. And you know what I'm saying? I think this is gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? So in particular, my favorite is the Filk channel strip. So I'll let you listen to the song. Maybe the first verse and then getting into the build up and then into the chorus, so y'all can hear how it goes down. You feel me? So let's run it. Yes, sir. This is the original mix.
We only got one life to live. So let's live it up. We all know the inevitable. So keep your hands up. And let's lose control and let it go. Leave it all alone. The dance floor. I know life can be so crazy, but put your hand in mine and escape with me. Just escape. than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix. Free your mind and your soul, and take my hand, don't you let go. We only got one life to live.
So that's pretty much the song, you know what I'm saying? So that's the first verse and then Eno on the second verse. So basically, let's see how I can make an improvement, or if I can make an improvement using the Filk Audio channel strip here. All right, let's check it out. So first, let's take a look at what I did. So on the Pro EQ, I knocked out a lot at 200 to kind of give it that brightness. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of brightness, a little bit of sheen, make kind of poke out. Then I got into well right here, which is a LA2A compressor type. I love the T-Rex version of this stuff, man. Um, a lot of like harshness and de-essing. I believe the microphone that he had was pretty bright, so I had to do a little bit of dialing in on that. And that's pretty much the three plugins that I use on the main verse vocal, like the lead vocal here. So, cool things that I want to talk about um, is that first and foremost, I love the fact that you can resize the GUI on these plugins all the way down to the smallest increment of 50%. So if I have to see all of them at the same time, I can minimize them all, and there they are. Um, Oversampling. So I believe this is on the mix down. You can oversample up to 16 times. And what that means is the higher oversampling you have means the higher quality of audio you'll get as the bounce once you bounce out. Preset menu. I haven't made any presets for this yet, but I probably will in the future. Kiive Audio logo. So on this particular plugin, you have a preamp. I'm not sure what these are emulated off of. I would have to review the manual. But this preamp's pretty fire. The EQ is definitely very nice, and this compressor is more. I feel like it's somewhat of a FET. Not 100% sure, but I love the way it sounds because it's actually pretty fast. It responds pretty quickly, and it allows the transients to go through. I want to say that it's probably a FET. It responds like a FET, but it might be optical because we don't have the ability to, control the what you call it, the attack and release. It's basically in and the out. Excuse me. So you driving the plug-in. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, it's not showing on Twitch? Crap. I don't know what's up with Twitch. I think I might honestly have two different Twitch accounts. So let's see. It may be under, I think there's a way I can check. Oh gosh, what is it? On Twitch, it's under mixed by Tori_G. That's my Twitch account. I had a couple, and yeah, I don't know what's up. I think I've messed it up and unlinked a bunch of them, but yeah, on my Twitch account, that's what that is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward with seeing how we can improve, or if we can make an improvement on the lead vocals here for the main verse. Let's try it out.
We only got one life to live. One life to live. So let's live it up. Live it up, live it up, live it up. We all know the inevitable. You know. So keep your hands up. Keep 'em up, keep 'em up. And let's lose control and let it.
Right now, that's with no processing at all, so it's pretty cut and dry. You can hear the boominess, boxiness, which is probably why I cut out so much 200. No, I need you. I need you.
We only got one life to live,
You hear the plosives
so
coming
let's
through a little bit.
live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up.
So it's a little bit too, I don't know, boxy, whatever. So what I like about the channel, the preamp here on this Filk channel strip is that you drive it and it doesn't necessarily sound distorted. It sounds like it's actually having some harmonics added to it. It's not like a crazy scratchy sound. It's more like a grungy sound, if I can explain it that way.
We only got one life to live,
Yeah.
so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up
I really like
and
the way
let's
that
lose.
I really like the way that preamp sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead. Matter of fact, I should just loop this section. In Studio One, it's the forward slash key and P. So forward slash to activate the loop. P is to loop your selection. Like it'll size the loop around whatever you select. So boom, I got it selected around that. So okay, let me go ahead and increase the volume. All right, how's that volume there? How's that sound? Should be better now. I think it's better. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. All right, solid. Dope. I think it's I'm pushing a limiter now, but we're cool now. All right, so I think I need a cloud lifter for this. This is the PreSonus PD70 that they sent me, and now I see why people buy cloud lifters, because you got to crank the gain on the interface, which does fine, but you know the noise floor is quite trash. Matter of fact, let me turn it back down just a little bit and shut off my AC. Anyway,
We only got one life to.
I really like the character that this preamp adds. It's a very small and powerful unit here. Let's go ahead and cut on the EQ. So he's got a little bit of an airy vocal, so I'm probably gonna boost more around 16 and up. This is a shelf EQ, and so I'm just gonna boost maybe like less than 2 dB, because it's already airy. I kind of just want some sheen, so let's hear how it sounds. Oh yeah, man, Antelope Audio has some great products. I'm actually my main, like, all my routing is basically through Antelope, so everything starts through my Orion Synergy Core, Studio Synergy Core rack, the rack unit, and it's fire. It's fire. I'm probably gonna be doing another video on that, but I digress.
We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up.
I really like what it did there for this vocal, and not only increased the gain on the high band less than 2 dB.
Your hands up and let's lose. We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up.
Yeah, that sheen is actually, let's turn it back on.
Your hands up.
I just really like what it does. Oh, that's why it's starting right there. Let me turn this play marker off. Okay. Now I kind of want some more mid, so I'm gonna get around 900. Let's do that about. I think 4 dB would sound good.
We only got one life to live.
Yeah, definitely much more present.
So let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live.
Very subtle, but it sounds pretty good.
So let's live it up.
And I'm really disliking the low end. Oh wait, actually, let's increase around 230 just for a little bit of body. And what's also pretty dope, they included high pass and low pass filters. So I'm just gonna cut a lot off in the low end.
We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up.
Yeah, I really dig that.
We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable.
And this is all out of the context of the instrumental, so we'll be doing some more tweaks when we get to mix it into the instrumental.
We only got one life to live.
So you hear how this thing hits it. It hits it pretty doggone hard, but I don't feel like it's a lot of like it's smashing it. It's kind of weird, but it sounds kind of good.
So let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable.
Oh, you can flip the effects chain, so you can put the comp before the EQ or vice versa. You can't really change the preamp.
So keep your hands up.
Let's see what it sounds like when I drive it.
We only got one life to live.
So you can hear that it lets some of the transient through, which is probably why it sounds a bit more transparent. So I'm gonna drop it to 3.3 to 1 ratio and leave. I think I'm gonna leave it there.
So let's live it up.
Interesting.
We all know.
Dry wet mix knob here. So if you want to smash it and kind of use like a parallel thing, this would be a good option here. Let's try it.
The inevitable.
Let's smash
so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live.
Wow, I kind of like that.
So let's live it up.
Kind of loses. It kind of loses a bit of the body, so I'm gonna bring it back and then mix it back in there a little bit higher.
Know the inevitable, so keep your hands up.
I really like that. And that's just this one plugin when I was using 3 before. So let's see what it sounds like in the context of the instrumental.
We only got one life to live. So let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live.
Yeah, he had a lot of plosives. And I think that's a limitation of this plugin. It sounds great, but I think because we only have 3 bands and a couple high pass filters here, I would do more harm than good by digging in too much. So a trick that I found out is to high pass as high as you can without it sounding like crap. Find a close enough frequency band that you can get to it and boost there while cutting at the same time in around the same area.
So let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got one life to live.
Yeah, I would definitely have to do some more work on the plosives. Compared to what I did on this actual EQ here, I did a very deep cut, starting at around almost 300 hertz. The cut is very gentle, and that's basically I had to do a lot of cutting. So let's see. Let's try it here. Let's try. I wonder if I could type it. I cannot type it. Let's just go about. Okay, that's pretty much where it lands me at.
So let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up.
That sounds much better. Sounds a bit empty though. So I'm gonna go down on the mid band to about 700 or 600 and boost a little bit there. Let's see how that sounds.
We only got one life to live, so let's live it up.
And then obviously we gotta blend it.
We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. We only got
And it sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I had a a more solid recording, it would do it a little bit more justice.
We only got one life to live, so let's live it up. We all know the inevitable, so keep your hands up. And let's lose control and let it go, leaving all on the dance floor. I know life can be so crazy, but put your hand in mine and escape with me. We only got one life to live.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with getting those settings right and getting a decent, a real good recording. I thought it sounded pretty good. For what we had, sometimes you got to work with what you have, right? So I'm gonna go to see how his vocals respond, or how the plugin responds to his vocals here on his verse. So I did a lot of stuff on his joint. Let's see, or is this must be a parallel.
My racing, she the type that's more.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that must be a parallel. So let's go ahead and turn this off.
It's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her, waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all. It start with her fragrance. Let's move along. Let's rise from this matrix.
All right. Already hearing a little bit of a difference here with the
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her, waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all. It start with her fragrance. Let's move along. Let's rise from this matrix.
That was weird.
My racing.
I got this rollerball mouse, and like when I scroll too fast, it like goes crazy, which is kind of a good thing, but when I don't need it to do it, it does it.
And she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you?
So for his vocals, it actually benefited to remove around 1 kilohertz of his vocal to kind of get rid of that honkiness.
You got? I'm asking her, waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all. It start with her fragrance. Let's move along. Let's rise from this matrix.
And his is lightly getting tapped. Let's go ahead and do that again.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her, waiting.
Now let's hear it with the song.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her, waiting.
I like that.
She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all. It start with her fragrance. Let's move along. Let's rise from this matrix. My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
Yeah, I dig it on his vocals. They actually worked out very well. And that's just an example on his. So the next thing is, what I probably could have done is add this pull tech or tube tech style EQ. Let me go ahead and factory this out real quick. And all I would have to do is basically boost a little bit, give them a little bit of a boost at around 200. Make sure the bandwidth is not too broad, but just broad enough. I don't think the oversample is going to do anything too much, but maybe it'll help.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type.
It definitely like adds a little bit of sheen, and then now I think I can reduce right around 4K, between 4 and 5K, where his shushes and his zisses are. So I think 5K. Let's try.
Type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
So you kind of have to push this one to get it to like really be up there.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
I don't know if the mix knob's doing anything.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move up.
I kind of like how big it made it sound, and I pushed it pretty heavily. Let's probably back it off, but it sounded kind of big. So let's do the pull tech thing where you get a little push and pull.
Move along, let's rise from this matrix. My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
Oh yeah, thanks, Ari. Yeah, sometimes I get that messed up.
My racing.
So putting this in combination with the Filk channel is definitely something crazy.
She the type that's more than just basic.
But because I'm pushing it so hard, I think that's what I'm doing. It's like I'm doing all this give and take, and that's why people use multiple compressors and EQs in their channel. Their effects change look crazy, but it's the overall effect at the end. I mean, you can do it with much less, but I can guarantee you that's why they do it. Because now I think it sounds pretty good.
She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. All right. And then, so I also had the Warmy EQ EP1A on the bus, and I made my own presets called Mix Bus Magic. Yay.
Her fragrance, let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
I like what it does at 60 hertz. It really brings out that kick a little bit, that thump.
Yeah, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix. Free your mind and your soul.
So I'm assuming that you can actually also use this as a color box, because it has, even though the plugin is not bypassed, you can actually bypass the EQ itself and run and emulate that you're running through the tubes, which makes sense, which most EQP or EQP1As or the clones of the original hardware do. They have the bypass, and you can just run it through the hardware with no actual EQ happening. You're just kind of getting the tone from the tubes.
And take my hand, don't you let go. 'Cause we only got one life. We only got one life to live. So let's live it up.
I like what it's doing. I really like how I did like I made 3 of these, and I think these would be some really like some realistic settings. You might want to not cut so much, but for some reason, it really doing the cut and boost around 60 kind of like does this not that's not right. What was it? The push and pull, and it sounds kind of good. Let's see, tape face. This is the one that I kind of I wanted to hold last because this thing can give you some crazy stuff. So I'm gonna play it without and with. Let me go ahead and reduce the GUI size a little bit. Let's hear how it sounds.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste
Listen
it.
to that, that's crazy.
I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, can tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
And those are the settings that I chose, right? It can, it's all to your taste, right? So let me go ahead and default this out. All right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and minimize this, right? So I like to use tape on the master bus. Most people, other people can use, they decide to use it on individual tracks. However you want to do it. But I like it this way. So you have your VU meters here that basically show you your in, out, or even the gain reduction of how much. So the gain reduction on a tape machine, what beginners might not know is that tape actually provides compression because tape is only so big, and sound waveforms, if you think of laying a waveform on a piece of tape or on audio tape, it can only be so big. So naturally it's gonna do some slight distortion or saturation and compress that audio down to the size of that tape. And that's my explanation on it. Yeah, exactly. Ari, you got to be real careful on how you use that tape. So I'm gonna play it as is default.
Free your mind and your song.
Oh, the whole point of me saying all that was tape compression and distortion / saturation can be a desired thing, right? So it actually, the human ear likes to have those added harmonics.
And take my hand, don't you let go. We only got one life to live.
I kind of feel like it's already doing the job. Oh, it is doing the job because you can see we're in gain reduction view right now, and you can see it's doing about 1.
So let's live.
Actually 3D. I would assume that when the kick comes in, it's gonna do a lot more. Let's go to the hook. Yeah. So what we're hearing is that added harmonics getting put in there, and just like I already said, I'm starting to feel like it's sucking a bit of the life out. So you can actually back off the input here, and right now the controls are linked. So the more you back off, it'll compensate by bringing up the volume, so you're not hearing so much distortion and all that craziness or sucking of the life. Yeah, keeping at about 1 dB of tape compression sounds pretty good so far. And I figure a lot of people or a lot of users that don't really understand the hardware, because we're in a software-based world these days, they get that misconstrued and they're like, I hate putting tape, or I don't understand how to use tape correctly, so my mix sounds like garbage. Understanding how real tape works will help you. Or any hardware emulations, you got to kind of understand how the real thing works.
Just escape with me.
Slowing down the tape speed.
Just stay with me. Just stay with me. Come on, escape with me. Just stay with me.
maybe I don't hear a difference currently, but maybe if I drive it a little bit and see how the slowing down the tape, the inches per second IPS, see how that makes a difference.
She the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make.
I don't really hear a difference. Maybe that's something that can be improved on the plugin. Let's see what the bias does. I'm not sure what the bias completely does. I would have to pull the menu, but I'm pretty sure that the way it responds to the audio, basically like how it responds to the low end, how that will work. Let's see. Oh yeah. Come on and skate with me. You say with me. You say with me. You say with me. Come on and skate with me. Yeah, definitely having it on. Seems that putting it on 15 inches per second definitely like makes a bigger difference as far as how the low end responds. You have a noise thing. I don't care for it, but if you want a little bit of noise under there to kind of fill up the sound a bit, by all means. And then they have a low boost. Let's see how that goes.
Racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix. Free you.
Already hit it on the head. The slower the tape, the more low end can come through, and that's what the vibe I'm getting when I put it on 7.5 inches per second. The kick and the low end definitely comes through a lot more. And then when I put it on 15 inches per second, it's a bit more tight. It's not for a lack of sounding good. It's just more tight, more controlled sounding rather than more sounding bigger. Let's see how that sounds on normal with the bass boost up.
Just escape with me. You stay with me. You stay with me. You stay with me. Come on, escape with me.
Yeah, I like that. I might have to go with some slower tape speeds, man. I usually go with mastering level or mastering speeds like 15 or even 30. And then you also have another mix knob, so you can grunge it out and then blend in the signal. So let's try just maxing that thing out and then mixing it in. Let's hear it.
You stay with me. You stay with me. You stay with me. Come on and skate with me. Mind racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
You can definitely get some good characteristics from this tape face. I think they did a pretty good job. The GUI could be a little bit more, I don't know. I think it could be a little bit more attractive, but I think as far as the overall sound, it sounds pretty good. Let's visit kiiveaudio.com. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so right now, the Warmy EP1A is a free plugin. It's actually one of the better free EQP plugins that I've heard. There are not many, and this one's actually really good. And it's low on CPU usage, which is why I use it a lot. $99 for the channel strip, $79 for the tape. And to be quite honest with you, this is probably the most reasonable price you would get on the tape plugin. That sounds pretty good. You know what I mean? So I believe I have a coupon for you all. See if I can pull it up. All right. You will get an additional 10% off of these plugins if you use Tory G Save. I'm going to go ahead and drop that on the screen here if I can. I don't know if I can yet. I haven't tried. Tory G Save, all one word. Tory, the letter G, SAVE, and you'll get 10% off of plugins from Kiive Audio. I think they're worth a try. I think they're really good. My favorite again is the channel strip. You can get really good results. I'm particularly fond of the preamp on that thing. It's actually pretty remarkable. Really nice. You can get all the descriptions here below. There you go. Check that out. Oh yeah. Let's see. I think I used the Filk channel strip on the bus here too. Let's see how I did that. Maybe I'll back off the output here. Turn off the pre. And let's just go with the EQ. Wait, I think I had some pre-roll going on. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix.
I kind of like that.
Your mind and your song, and take my come on, escape with me. My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste.
I think it's pretty dope what you can do with 3 bands of EQ. It's really like, sounds good to me.
Waste it, what do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance. Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix. Free with me, you say with me.
Maybe I'll back off and do like a softer ratio.
You say with me, come on, escape with me. My racing, she the type that's more than just basic. She the type to make you go chase it. Only one night, I don't plan to waste it. What do you got? I'm asking her waiting. She wanting more, could tell by her placement. I want it all, it start with her fragrance.
Yeah, on the mix bus, you definitely want to go with a bit softer of a ratio, and if you can, go a slower attack and a bit medium fast release, just so you can get your kicks and all that transient stuff to still punch through nicely.
Let's move along, let's rise from this matrix. Free your mind and your song, and take my hand, don't you let go. 'Cause we only got one life. We only got one life to live.
I think that's dope, man. I think it's a dope plugin. For sure, the channel strip. I've always been a fan of channel strips anyway. I have all the Plugin Alliance ones. I get a few of the acoustical ones. I got the image line. I mean, not image line. IK Multimedia, Mixbox. I got a lot of channel strips just because they solve so many problems in one plugin. That's what I appreciate about channel strips the most. And I think Kiive Audio have accomplished that with this simple yet effective channel strip. Again, the discount code is ToryGSave, all one word, at kiiveaudio.com. Oh wait, let me make sure it's .com. Yeah, kiiveaudio.com, and you can pick up these with an additional 10% off. You can get the free EQP 1A or EP1A Tube EQ for free, you guys. Super dope. And that's all I have for you today. I'll be back with more videos pretty soon.